From the Twins Winter Caravan, we are joined by Minnesota Twins radio play-by-play announcer Cory Provus. You hear him each and every night on Twins baseball here on the mighty 790 KFGO. Are you schooling up the young guys, Trevor May and Tyler Duffy, when it comes to the dynamics of the Winter Caravan?
They're learning. They're learning the hard way, I think, which is what you want. I frankly, I like this weather. I think this weather.
You do not.
It should be this kind of weather for Caravan.
It always is.
Right, well, that's what I like about it. I think for these guys, especially who have never done Caravan before, I like the fact that it's really, really cold and they get to experience all that the Caravan entails. I don't mind it. I'm not surprised by it anymore. I'm from Chicago and I went to college in Syracuse, so cold weather and snow doesn't scare me one bit. But these guys are having fun.
The team kept the fans interested for much of the season last year. A change. Can you sense that in the fans on the tour this winter?
I think so. It is different. That's a good question. I think that we're seeing truly genuine optimism about the team entering a season instead of just kind of the company line. 83 wins last year. Nobody saw that coming. Nobody, myself included here, saw this team playing relevant baseball in September. And this is such a young core of talent that they have. And I think last year we saw position players primarily lead that charge with Eddie Rosario and Miguel Sano and Byron Buxton got hot, I think, the last 2 weeks there in September. But now the next wave is going to be more pitching-oriented. Jose Barrios from a starting standpoint. Then some power arms are coming in the bullpen. I think you'll see several guys make an impact this season. Guys like Nick Birdie and Jake Reed and Alex Meyer, I think, is still going to be very much on the radar. And JT Shagwa and Mason Malatakis. Other guys are going to be coming here pretty soon.
Does the team have a bona fide, true number one, in your opinion?
No. That's an issue. I'm one that believes in Joe Torre's line, I think, is so true that every team needs an ace. Why? Because an ace keeps you out of long losing streaks. And he's right, that if you lose 4 in a row, but you got your ace going the next day, more times than not, you should win that game. I don't think they have that. I think Phil Hughes, based on what he did in 2014, earned that right to be the opening day starter, to be that number one guy in the rotation, but I don't think it's fair to label him as an ace. Irvin Santana, he shows flashes of that. He's got the strikeout pitches to do that, but is he going to match up, I think statistically, with David Price and Clayton Kershaw? No. There are select aces in this game. Not every team has them, and I'd put the Twins in that same group.
How curious are you, Cory, to see Park in spring training and see him start adapting, hitting against Major League pitching?
Not so much spring training. I'm more curious when we get going for real. I think if he shows some glimpses in spring training, that wouldn't shock me. But how is he going to do day in, day out against guys that are going to make the team? Remember, spring training, he's going to be facing arms that, some will make the team, some won't. But how is he going to do in April when the lights are on and things are going for real? I wouldn't be shocked if he struggles. I wouldn't be stunned if he struggles in April into May, but then maybe starts to acclimate himself a little bit. His skills are refined a little bit based on seeing pitchers the second time, third time through, and also developing and finding a routine. So I'm sure that he and Tom Berdansky are going to try to come up with some routine, but this is going to be new for him.
83 last year. Above 83?
Oh, you're going to hate this answer, but one of my mentors and good friends, Pat Hughes, who's been doing the Cubs for a long time, he never predicts wins and losses because it's so unpredictable. The game is so unpredictable itself with injuries, the length of the season. I have no idea. If I say to you right now the team is going to win 85 games, well, why can't they win 90? Well, if I say they're only going to win 75, how come they can't win 80? I have no idea how this thing can go. I will say this. I think they should be a competitive team once again. I wasn't saying that in years prior. I thought they had too many holes. This is not a perfect team by any stretch. The division, I think, on paper this winter has gotten better. Not only the defending world champions, the Royals, but the Tigers keep adding to their roster. I love what the White Sox have done this winter. The Indians have the best starting rotation, I think, in the division. So it's going to be a tough division. But I think the Twins have some pieces that they'll be able to truly compete with those other teams.
Thank you, Cory. Appreciate your time.
My pleasure. Good to be with you.
Cory Provus, Minnesota Twins radio play-by-play announcer. You'll see more on KFGO and KFGO.com.